Hi everyone, this is Heather. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I'm back with another holiday card tutorial. I'll be making this cute little scene card with the little foxes outside of their little tree house. I'm using the First Snow stamp set from Hello Bluebird. I'm using both of the little foxes and the flurries of fun words. I've also got the coordinating dies for the foxes and the treehouse die from Hello Bluebird as well. I've cut the treehouse die out twice, once from brown, and I've saved the frame and the tree part, and then once again from white for the snow just on the bottom here. I've also got a small piece of rust cardstock, and I've taped down all the embellishments except for the little stone walkway that come with the treehouse die. And I'm going to die cut these from my die cut machine. Here are all my little pieces and parts die cut out. I've just placed them on a scrap piece of paper, and I'm using a glue pen. I flipped them all over. I'm going to apply glue to the back, and I'm going to add these little embellishments on the house. So there's a cute little window box. There's a little frame around the top window. There's cute little shutters for the top window. There's a little frame around the bottom window. There's also an arch around the doorway. There's also a little keyhole, so I'm going to place a little bit of glue there, and I've got the keyhole on my finger, and I'm just going to press that in place. If you don't like using your fingers, you could certainly use a little pick tool or some tweezers. So here's all the little accessories on my house. One of the really cute things about this die is that you can actually put something behind the door and open it up if you'd like to. I didn't on this card because I felt like my foxes would be kind of in the way, but I did want to point that out. That's a really cute feature. I wanted to put some yellow behind my window so it looks like there's a nice glow. So I'm just going to place my tree house on a piece of yellow paper and just kind of loosely trace around the tree. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut a little bit on the inside of that line on this yellow cardstock. So I'm just going to kind of hold it up and make sure that it's going to cover all the windows and the doors. Trim it off a little bit if you need to. I'm applying tape runner on my tree. And then I'm going to place that piece of yellow on the back. And now I've got a nice pretty glow behind all of the windows. The base of my card is a dark teal cardstock. It's just an 8.5 by 11 sheet cut, scored, and folded in half. I brought my scrap piece of paper back over, and I've got the brown frame that I die cut, and I'm going to apply a glue pen around the edges. You could also use liquid glue. And I'm just going to line this up. It's the exact same size as the front of a card. Now I'm going to turn my piece of white over that I die cut with the treehouse die, and I'm going to apply some tape runner to the back. And I'm going to line this up on the bottom of my frame. I'm going to do the same thing on the back of my treehouse, adding some glue pen to the branches and all the little pieces just so that all the little pieces stay put. And then just like a little puzzle piece, I'm just going to match these up and press down really well. With a white Signaball gel pen, I'm going to just make some little dots on the background to look like it's snowing. And next, in the lower right-hand corner of my card, I'm using black memento ink to stamp out flurries of fun. I'm going to set my card base aside for a minute. Also using black memento ink on a 110-pound white cardstock, I've gone ahead and stamped out my little foxes. I'm going to be coloring my images today with tri-blend markers from Spectrum Noir, and I'm starting out with the gold brown blend, and I'm going to fill in the little bottom of his face, the tip of his tail, and the belly on both of the foxes with the lighter shade of the tri-blend marker. If you'd like a little bit more information on these markers, I've got several other videos on my channel that go a little bit more into detail about these. Oh, and I'm also going to do the inside of their ears. With the lightest of the gold brown blend laid down, next I'm moving on to the darker of the same marker, and I'm just going to add my shading and shadowing. On both of my foxes. Next, I'm going to apply the medium tone of the marker, and you just want to kind of over color a little bit between the dark and the light. And lastly, I'm going back to the lightest shade, and I'm just going to blend those all in together. For the body of my foxes, I'm using the coral blend, and I'm using the lighter shade just like before. I'm going to fill in everything except their scarves with this lightest shade. With that lightest shade laid down, same thing as I did with the brown, I'm going to go in with the darkest of this coral blend and add my shading and shadowing. This is what they recommend that you do. You do light, dark, medium, and then light with these tri-blend markers. And I found that definitely does give you the best results. With the dark laid down, I'm going to overcolor just a little bit with that medium tone. And then go back in and blend that all together with the lighter tone. In addition to the coral blend, I also went in with some TN4, also from Spectrum Noirs. That's one of the really nice things about these markers, is that if you have some of their classic or original markers, they all work really well together. The color numbers are the same. And so, because I wanted to add just a little bit more of a darker rusty color in a few places. And lastly, for their little scarves, I'm using the blue turquoise blend. Color them in completely with the lightest shade. And because this was such a small area to work with, I didn't use all three colors. I just used the light and the dark just to add a little bit more shadow. So here's my foxes all colored in, and I'm now just going to tape my dies in place and run these through my die cutting machine. Here's my little foxes cut out, and I've applied foam tape to the back. I'm just going to place them in my little scene. And here is our finished card. I think this is a pretty quick and simple card, but it's really fun and effective. I adore this treehouse die. I think it's something that I'm going to be using a lot. It goes with so many different Hello Bluebird sets. All the cute little critters and fairies and everything will be so much fun to use with this treehouse die. I hope you enjoyed this card video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to check out my channel and subscribe. And I hope you have a really wonderful winter and holiday season. See you next time. Bye.